welcome to the Websters of Wrestling podcast. I am WWE Man, Levi Junk, here with my amazing partner in crime, the five-star legend. What's up, five-star?
Nothing much. We got the pay-per-view this Sunday, WWE Extreme Rules, that we're going to be talking about tonight.
For sure. Pay-per-view of the year material, yeah?
No,
No, it's
not in
not.
my opinion. We have a special guest here tonight. This is M. Secret, musician, and my sister.
Hello, everybody.
All right, now let's get this started, okay? We're going to start with the pre-show, as we do, and as always, it is the most must-see pre-show of all time.
The Miz, you're referring to, versus Cody Rhodes.
I was referring to Cody Rhodes' mustache.
His mustache is pretty much a must-see event. I'd have to agree.
No. All right, yeah, let's go with it. All right, The Miz versus Cody Rhodes. I am not exactly caught up with everything that's going on. It's kind of hard to follow. I don't think you can blame me, really, but I don't know the storyline that's going on. So can you set me up here, Junk?
Yeah, five-star. The reason you're not caught up with the storyline between Miz and Cody Rhodes is because there is no storyline between Miz and Cody Rhodes. Plain and simple. It's just thrown together really quickly.
Like a hot dog.
Miz returned last Monday after being on hiatus for probably about 1 to 2 months, and he defeated Heath Slater in a squash match, and now he just needs an opponent. So why not? Cody Rhodes. He's doing nothing. That's all there is to it.
All right. How interesting.
I wish there was more to it.
I wish there was.
There was more to talk about here, but that's literally all WWE's given me to talk about. So, and Cody Rhodes' mustache, which we could talk about that. I mean,
yeah, we can talk about that for hours. I feel like you're the Paul Heyman right now, trying to make something that's bad look really good.
Thank you for comparing me to Paul Heyman. That's always nice. And yes, I am the evil genius here, trying to turn crap into less crap.
Yeah, trying to make crap smell nice. I got you. Do we have any predictions? Do you have a prediction for this match?
Sure, Miz. He just returned, so I don't see any reason at all for WWE to have him lose, even if it's a pre-show that no one watches. To have him lose after returning on Monday. So yeah, I predict a pretty easy victory by the Miz. Probably the figure four leg lock, since he's still doing that, and not well, mind you. He doesn't know how to lock it in, but sure.
No, he does not. I'll go with the same thing. Even though I feel like this match doesn't really need a prediction, it has squash match written all over it. Cody Rhodes has been defeated. I don't even know how long is his losing streak? I'm not sure. But the Miz for the win, definitely. Can we move on?
Yeah, yes. Any predictions on when Cody's mustache will be shaped?
It looks like he has two caterpillars sitting on his lips. It looks disgusting. Pick it off, dude.
Didn't the Miz say that like a long time ago? I think
that's an old Miz joke, yes.
Yeah, I mean, MC Correct just reminded us that there's actually a story to this match. The Miz was the first person to pick on his mustache.
That's true. He used to do that, and maybe Miz will put a bag over his head at the end because
he's hideous.
Yes, exactly. None of that will happen, but it's fun to think about. So
yeah, it's funner than the match will be, I'm sure.
Sure, I don't know why I'll watch it, but I'll watch the match.
Yeah, you will. We need you. Okay, we need you to be the live report.
Sure.
I'm not gonna watch it, but we'll move on to the first match on the list of Extreme Rules.
Yes, Chris Jericho versus Fandango.
Yeah, it's a WrestleMania rematch. Fandango beat Chris Jericho at WrestleMania with a roll-up.
Sure, his debut match, well, not really, Johnny Curtis, but his debut match as Fandango. And he, I liked that match. I thought it was good. And it was, a good debut. It's kind of classic Jericho to put over a young guy, and their feud has been better than a lot of things in WWE right now. I mean, it's pretty enjoyable. I think they're telling a pretty good story, and I'm looking forward to this match.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this match also. I think it's well, there's not that many rematches from WrestleMania on the card, which there should be. It's totally backlash, but this match has the most emotional attachment and storyline to it than any other match on here. So I'm looking forward to it as well. Do you have a prediction for this match?
Oh, Fandango,
All the way.
all the way here. Jericho, he's just a good guy, and he will put him over, just like he did at WrestleMania, just like he's done for all the other stars in the past. And from that point on, it's up to WWE to continue to put him over and give him a chance. But Jericho will do his job and his part, and he'll put him over, and it'll probably be a good match. I think they'll go even longer than they did at Mania because
Yeah.
I think So yeah, probably a potential, maybe not match of the night, but one of the best matches of the night, probably.
Definitely one of the best matches of the night. I go with Fandango as well, mostly because Jericho is really good at putting people over, and he's so cool about it. So I think that when Fandango wins next show, you and I gotta go Fandangoing.
Oh yes, I was a part of the Fandangoing craze. I was in the Raw crowd in New Jersey. One of the best crowds I've ever been a part of, no doubt.
One of the best crowds in WWE,
Agree.
well, modern WWE.
Yes. And so yes, it's very fun. Fandango is very fun too in a lot of ways. I think it's a fun gimmick that's actually improved as it's went along, mostly because of that night in New Jersey, but it's improved.
Good to know. Do we have another match?
Yes, and one more thing: is Fandango going to continue using the leg drop from the top rope? Because reports are saying that he's going to try to use it a lot less because of the long term damage it can do to his body. So I'm wondering if we're going to see that in this match.
That's really smart. I like that. I like that idea. If he's not going to use it as much, then it's one of those moves like that John Cena has. That's a pretty dangerous move that he saves for the pay-per-views. Orton does the same thing, like his gut wrench overhead neckbreaker, if you know what I'm talking about. Kind of saves those for pay-per-views. Um, and I think that's a really smart decision on his part to save it.
Yes, I agree. I mean, I think we're going to see it here, obviously,
Yeah.
at the pay per view. I could see a few near falls even in this match. Maybe Jericho kicks out the leg drop or something. But yeah, I mean, not to get stuck on this match too long. But yeah, I think it's going to be a nice back and forth, near fall after near fall type match. I
Type
think
out,
good
yeah.
15 minutes.
A good
And
15 minutes. Okay.
yes,
Do you think Fandango would probably win clean or roll up like WrestleMania?
I'm going to call clean victory here. Uh, I mean, I think Jericho's probably going to come close to getting himself disqualified a few times just because of he's presented himself as being very angry at Fandango at the end of Raw this last Monday. So, but yeah, I think Fandango gets a clean victory here. He kind of needs it since he got the roll up before to show that he's not fluke. So yes, roll
Okay.
up. I mean, not the roll up.
Not the roll up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not the roll up, but the clean victory. Yeah.
Clean victory for Fandango. Got it.
Sure. And up next, we have the Viper Randy Orton versus the Big Show in an Extreme Rules match on Extreme Rules pay per view. What do you think?
I think these two, they have a good look in the ring. They definitely know how to work with one another. Every time that they fought, I just thought that they put on a really entertaining bout between the two. I don't believe Orton's cleanly beaten Big Show, and then Big Show has cleanly beaten Orton, and they have many draws in between. But I just think that it's overall a filler kind of match.
Sure.
But will be entertaining to see, and I'm hoping Orton picks up the victory.
Yes, I mean, I agree with you on all fronts. It's definitely filler, and I honestly had to stop and think of what these guys are feuding over. It was over the WrestleMania, right? Where with the tag, Big Show didn't tag himself in, right?
Yeah, Big Show. Yeah, he tagged himself in because they weren't tagging him in,
Yes, and that caused trouble, and
and they
they lost the
lost,
match
and he
because of it.
punched both of them. Yeah.
So that's what they've been feuding over for a month, and but yeah, I mean the feud I couldn't care less for, but the match should be good.
Yeah, definitely. I heard rumors that the stipulation of the match is really big. The winner of the match gets a heel turn.
Isn't Big Show already heel though?
I really want Orton to turn heel.
So you're more or less saying that you're predicting Orton wins and he turns heel. That's what you're saying.
No, I'm saying that he should have turned heel at WrestleMania and not Big Show. Big Show turned babyface for a couple of weeks.
Was he though? I still think that Big Show was a tweener.
He was a tweener, sure, but he definitely wasn't a heel.
That's true. I'll give you that. Okay. Yeah.
When I look at these two, I just keep picturing Orton when he was the Legend Killer. And then when I look at Big Show, the only thing that sticks in my mind is when he kneeled in front of, what was his face's name? The general manager guy.
Kneeled. You think?
John Laurinaitis.
Yes, and when
Yes.
he begged. Like, this match, I just want Randy Orton to beat the crap out of Big Show just because. But then I want Big Show to beat the crap out of Orton just because. He looks like a spoiled little brat to me.
Well, you're just because is kind of why the match is happening. It's just happening.
It's just happening
because.
Just because, exactly.
Yeah. Orton is far from a spoiled brat these days, but yes, he used to be. And you may feel bad for Big Show for crying on Raw, that Raw against John Laurinaitis, but if you didn't see what happened after that night, he kind of took out Cena and started going on a rampage and being a spoiled brat, basically, with an ironclad contract, as he liked
It's true. He still has the ironclad contract, which is I have to give WWE credit for actually keeping a storyline going for so long and actually remembering that they did that with Big Show.
Yeah.
So there's that, and will Orton and Big Show be running around the arena?
I'm hoping that they do very little of that, and I have reasons why. Because
Okay.
first of all, I don't like it, but I believe that they won't be because Big Show, first of all, quite big
And old.
and old. When there are older wrestlers that are in that ring, you notice the pace slow down a bit. So I'm guessing Big Show probably wouldn't want to do too much cardio around the ring and save his breath for putting on a good match inside the ring or even outside the ring, but just not running around the arena chasing Orton. Because if it gets to that point, sure, he'll get tired strategically for Orton, but then we'll see a result of that with the match and his performance in the match. You'll see that he is tired and he won't be able to perform as good. So I'm just hoping that they kind of stick with around the ring. You can have a really good hardcore match basically in the ring. Rhino versus Raven at Backlash in 2001 or 2. I thought that was a great hardcore Extreme Rules match that kind of stayed in the ring and around the perimeter of the ring. So
Sure.
Orton and Big Show can definitely put on something really good with one another. I'm hoping that they take advantage of the Extreme Rules stipulation because a lot of times you see like no holds barred matches that don't really go anywhere. More specifically, Cena, John Laurinaitis, and he didn't get too much into that, mostly because he was facing John Laurinaitis. But I just want to see this match actually go extreme. I want people to watch this match and go, wow, that was extreme. If we can't get anything out of it emotionally, at least get something extreme out of it.
Sure. And I mean, yeah, you're right. I don't see Big Show and Randy Orton tromping around the arena.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see that happening at this point in Big Show's career. I don't even see them going back to catering as much as Big Show probably wants to during the match.
Yeah.
I don't think. I think that. I think I was. I think that we're going to see some kendo sticks because Randy Orton likes kendo sticks in Extreme Rules matches.
He very well does. We might even see steel steps.
Steel steps are very possible. The Big Show, I'm going to hit you with a steel step. Oh, I got drop kicked. My face hit the steel step spot will happen.
That will happen, and it might end up into some DDT somehow. I think this match might be textbook, if you know what I mean. It could definitely be textbook, but overall, I see this match. I don't see any benefit from anybody, whoever wins. There's no real benefit to the fans, but the only benefit to the fans basically is the quality of the match. And these two, out of anyone, can definitely put on a quality match. So that's all I'm getting out of this match.
I agree. It's going to be a textbook hardcore or Extreme Rules match, but probably very well done. I mean, these are two veterans who are good and work together well. Work together a lot now too. But yes, work together really well. Good to see a nice match. I think. No benefit out of it for either one of them, but it's going to be fun to watch. I think.
Yeah, I agree.
So up next, we didn't actually say who we thought were going to win. Who what was your prediction here? Orton and Big Show.
I'm going with Randy Orton.
I am also going with Randy Orton. I really don't have much of a reason except that WWE has had him constantly defeat mid-carders over and over again for whatever reason. So I don't know. They must have some kind of plan for him besides that. So I guess that's my reason.
Okay.
That he's gonna win.
Yeah. Well, my reason is he hasn't beaten Big Show cleanly, and I think that beating Big Show with a clean victory, maybe 2 RKOs, is a really good way to push Orton. Because Orton, he's been here for a while, but he hasn't necessarily done everything, and just one of those very little things that he hasn't done is beat Big Show. So I mean, it's just one more thing that Orton can add to his list of things that he hasn't done.
Sure. I mean, the fact that you're mentioning that though kind of is depressing that WWE has mentioned the fact that Orton has never beat Big Show to hype the match.
Yeah, I know. You and I kind of pay attention to the show a bit more than management does.
Because that's actually a really nice selling point. If you're an Orton fan, which most people going into the match want Randy Orton to win, that's the case of the babyface here. So I mean, most people are going to be cheering for Randy Orton, and the fact that he's never won before gives you even more incentive to cheer for him.
Yeah, same with The Miz and Cody Rhodes. We thought there was nothing going on there, but The Miz was the very first person to make fun of Cody Rhodes' mustache, counting out commentators. I mean, yeah.
So, and then they ignore it.
Yeah,
which
is storyline money making stuff, but they're not going to go with it. But
sure.
Yeah, my prediction: Randy Orton.
I also predict Randy Orton with, an RKO, maybe 2, like you said, maybe 2, and a kendo stick because he likes those.
He could hit him with a kendo stick and then an RKO.
That could definitely be. He's getting the kendo stick out regardless of whatever happens in the match. That's happening.
Yes, so. He likes kendo sticks more than Shane McMahon does.
That's saying something.
Yep.
All right. Well, anyways, number 4 on the card is Mark Henry, the world's strongest man, although WWE keeps on trying to debate whether he is with all these strongman contests and arm wrestling contests.
He did pull 2 trucks.
He did. I think they made up for the fact that they were almost had him lose a tug-of-war contest. But, yes, he pulled 2 trucks, which was impressive and was pretty cool. So, anyways, Mark Henry versus Sheamus in a strap match. Yes, they're calling it that. So
yeah, for those of you viewers out there who don't know what a strap match is, can you please explain?
Strap match in this particular case is a Texas bull rope match, which if you don't know what that is, it's where both opponents are strapped to each other, wrist to wrist, arm to arm, and they have to drag their opponent to each turnbuckle. So 4 times. Once you get 4, you get the victory. If you get interrupted in between, let's say you get 2, 3, your opponent interrupts it, does theirs, and you got to start over. Am I right?
That's right. That's a very accurate, by the book definition of what Texas Bull Rope, or in this case, a strap match, is about. And in the strap match, we have Sheamus versus Mark Henry.
Yes. I mean, the build, at least I have to say, at least they did an actual build for this match, unlike some of these matches. They actually tried. I didn't enjoy the build because I felt it was just Sheamus almost getting the upper hand in every strength competition, which I despise. I can't stand strength competitions when you're already the world's strongest man. Makes no sense to
Well,
me.
you should see SummerSlam, because I heard rumors about SummerSlam that Big E Langston is going to be facing Mark Henry in a strongest man competition.
Oh joy!
Yeah.
I will wholeheartedly bash that on our preview section when it happens.
You know
So
what? We're gonna
look
look
out
back
for
on
that.
this. We're gonna look back on this show at SummerSlam time on a new show, and we're gonna say, "Oh, well, Levi, it's your turn to vent about the next match. The next match is Big E Langston versus Mark Henry, strongman contest, and we'll let you go at it. But for this particular match, do you have a prediction or any theories on the match?
I think the match will be all right. It is in a way, not necessarily, but in a way, it is a strength match. I mean, you have to drag your opponent. So I mean, I guess if you knock him out, it's not necessarily about strength, but I mean, technically speaking, you'd think Henry would win because it's about strength and storyline and booking wise, you'd think Henry would win because he's probably next in line for the WWE title. I would think so.
Yeah, didn't they face in a tug of war? That's basically the same thing, isn't it?
Sure, and that was one of those times that I was
Yeah, I
pulling
know,
out
I
the hair
know,
because
I know, I know. But yeah, well, this maybe a scene could end up where they're playing tug of war again, and Sheamus, I'm sorry, gets the upper hand of the tug of war and pulls Mark Henry in for a bro kick.
sure,
Or
I
it could
mean,
go the other way with the World's Strongest Slam and Mark Henry for the win. Okay, but I feel like that's the ending right there.
it definitely feels that way. I mean, we're gonna have a lot of I hit you on this turnbuckle. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. Oh, I got cut off, and then you gotta start over. Yes, I mean that's gonna happen quite often. It'll be fun to see. Sheamus is fun in these matches because of his very fair complexion. You can see the whipping marks, so it adds to the oh man, this is a violent match kind of thing. So,
Yeah.
I think Mark Henry is gonna drag Sheamus around like a Raggedy Ann doll. Honestly,
Raggedy Ann, are you referencing his red hair?
actually, I am.
Okay.
But then again, I think probably by the end of the match, Mark Henry's gonna get tired, and Sheamus is gonna just go wild like a redheaded stepchild, and just
Go wild. That's an official prediction. Sheamus will go wild
yes,
like a redheaded stepchild.
exactly, and probably win this match. Possibly, that's my prediction. Just saying.
Yeah. Your prediction is Sheamus is gonna go all ginger on Mark Henry.
Yes.
Wild like a redheaded stepchild.
Wild
You heard
like
it here
a redheaded
first.
stepchild.
We just lost our redheaded viewers.
Sure.
No. Well, yeah. I mean, I think is a pretty okay match. It's a pretty strong guy versus the world's strongest guy. So,
Is he though? Is he the world's strongest? Because he can't
I
even
doubt
win
it.
a tug of war contest.
Levi, I know you're upset about that. I'm really sorry, but it's gonna be okay. He'll pull another truck. I heard the trucks were filled with the wrestling ring, so he literally pulled 2 wrestling rings with him in a truck.
That's true. Sheamus will pull 3 this next Friday.
Yes, this next Friday, just for you, he'll pull 3 trucks, and each of them will have words on them. Well, the first truck will say worlds, second one strongest, and the
Fella.
third one man. The third one fella for Sheamus. and Sheamus will be unconscious in the back of one of the trucks.
Sure. I think it would just be just so they could screw with me a little bit more.
I'm sorry, Junk, but we're gonna see probably until the end of his career more people trying to match their strength with Mark Henry.
Yep.
I'm sorry. All right. Do you have a prediction?
Yes. Like I said before, Mark Henry next in line for the WWE title if they keep to his night after WrestleMania claims. So yeah, I say Mark Henry wins this and moves, toward the WWE title picture afterwards.
Yeah, I mean he is still next in line. Just because
Sure.
Ryback clotheslined him doesn't mean that he automatically he clotheslined him out of the number one contender spot. You can't do that. You got to beat him in a match, and Ryback he didn't do anything to earn this.
Well, 5-star. Ryback's more hungry than Mark Henry. He's hungry. That's why.
You're the world's hungriest man. That's fine.
Why doesn't Ryback have a deal with Hungry Man yet?
I don't know. I think that makes sense. It's like, why has Eminem not put on a commercial for M&M's?
It's just logical. I don't know why you wouldn't, cash in on that. Ryback, feed me more, Hungry Man. It's perfect, and it's something that I would enjoy watching him do.
Yeah.
And I can't say that I would enjoy much else involving Ryback besides that. So that's something, something
I
to be
think it's
said.
where that is where he shines.
Hungry Man. Yeah.
Yes. That is where Ryback shines. Matching strength with Mark Henry, stupid, but it's as stupid as matching appetite with Ryback. It would be awesome to have a food contest in the ring. I'd rather see Ryback versus Cena in a hot wing eating contest. Buffalo.
I would, and you could even have hotter and hotter. It's extremely hot.
Yeah, they're extremely hot. He sweats eating. There was a quote there. I'm sure you can catch on to that one. Al Snow. Let's go. All right. Do we have another match? Tough enough.
Sure,
Season 4.
I missed that one. I did.
It's not
what
the
does
first
everybody
time.
want?
Yeah, they want head. Okay.
They do.
No. All right. We have the next matchup. Tag team titles.
You got this one. You got this one.
Yeah, I can set this one up. We have the WWE Tag Team Champions Team Hell No versus the Shield members. I forgot his name.
Roman Reigns.
Thank you.
And Seth Rollins.
That was a good introduction. I was gonna say Luther Reigns. I'm sorry.
Luther Reigns. He was something.
He was nothing, and
he was. There was a time that he was something. Whether you like him or not, you can't say that he was nothing. I mean,
he's a human being.
He did things.
He did things.
He wrestled at pay-per-views. I think he won some matches.
Didn't he molest Josh Matthews or something?
That was
I know that was Heidenreich, but didn't he do something?
No, that was Heidenreich and Michael Cole. So maybe you're right. Maybe Luther molested Josh Matthews.
I thought he did. I don't know.
He may have.
We're not going to start that rumor here, okay?
It could have happened though. I'm not going to say it did, but I'm saying
no.
Luther Reigns. I'm not going to say that it happened, but I am going to say that it's possible Luther Reigns sexually molested Josh Matthews.
Okay, we're gonna have Josh Matthews on the show next week, and he's gonna be like, "I heard that this rumor came from here. What is this thing?" Yeah. Okay. Whatever. We got Reigns and Rollins versus Team Hell No for the tag titles. What do you got to say about that?
I'm very excited for this match, and it's tornado tag, so yay to that because it's always fun watching not only tornado tag matches but Shield tornado. Yes, those are even more fun.
Yeah.
So this potentially, I'm saying this could easily steal the show.
Very easily. You have Daniel Bryan in there, a veteran like Kane, in the Shield.
Sure, it's going to be a lot of fun. This is going to be the most fun match of the night. It's going to be really fun to watch, and it's awesome to see that WWE cares about the Shield. They we can complain about a lot of things, but The Shield can't complain about that. They've done a good job with them.
I can complain about that. Shield is annoying. That Simone, he's really Simone. I don't believe it because what Simone person jumps people? I don't like Shield. They're annoying. They're just, ew.
They're ew.
They're ill.
Why are
The
they
Shield
ew?
is you.
They're ill. Yes, Shield. Like I would slap each and every one of them with my left hand because my right is just too precious. They don't even deserve my right hand, honestly.
That's fair.
I want Kane to beat the crap out of Shield, and then I'll be happy.
By himself?
Okay.
Yes, by himself because he's so awesome.
But Daniel Bryan just will chant yes.
Yes, yes, exactly. And Kane will just go and do his thing and just beat the crap out of them, and he can just be on the sideline saying yes. That's my prediction, and I'm sticking to it.
AJ, shut up.
If the camera stays on Daniel Bryan chanting yes the whole time, I could actually enjoy that.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind. That's cool.
But yes, I mean, that's one opinion, obviously.
Yeah. One opinion. Shield is ew, and Kane's defending the tag title successfully by himself, while Daniel Bryan sits out ringside.
Daniel Bryan, one of the best wrestlers in the world, is relegated to cheerleader. So why not? Sure.
And then he'll hug Kane after the match.
Sure. That sounds... anything's possible.
Yeah, I mean, we're in a PG era.
Yes.
Whatever. Okay, well, we have the Shield, who every single time they step in that ring, they steal the show, in my opinion.
Agree.
Okay. It is a tornado style, perfect for the Shield. That's the Shield's element. We have potential for a spear through the barricade. We have Team Hell No being tag champions. There's no team out there that has been able to beat them for the titles yet. Do you think that this night will be the Shield's night? Do you think so?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Maybe.
Yes.
Could be.
No.
Possible.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yes. Yes.
No.
I do. WWE, like I said, they care about the Shield. It shows. They actually care, and they're not going to screw it up. They're going to, they're undefeated as a tag team if you don't count a DQ as a loss, and they've never been pinned or made to submit in a tag team match. So, yeah, I don't see that happening here. I see them continuing their streak and ending the most impressive tag team's title streak in years. So
yes, definitely.
Yes, the Shield's going to win this. Like you said, the barricade spear spot going to happen.
Definitely, and then they'll pick on Daniel Bryan.
Sure, yeah, and we'll get a. I don't know. I don't know who's going to maybe a spear to Daniel Bryan. Who knows? But it's going to be a really fun match. Going to be really good. Shield comes out with tag team titles for sure, and continues their reign. I don't see them ever losing those titles at anywhere near the future. So I think they'll have the titles a long time.
On second thought, I kind of want Shield to win, so then the Usos could come and just beat the crap out of them. I love the Usos. They're so just one of the greatest tag team I've ever seen in my life.
Ooh!
So!
There we go. Yes.
Yes.
I like the Usos. They are actually really good. Unfortunately, WWE does not like the Usos. So, there's that.
Which is kind of dumb. I mean, you got relatives of the Usos. Yokozuna, Rikishi, The Rock. Come on. It doesn't get more simpler than that. The Usos are Randy Orton as a tag team.
The Usos are a real tag team, so they are not appreciated by WWE.
Yeah, you're right.
Exactly. That's what I'm so angry because they need to be on more often. They're entertaining. They're sexy. They're just amazing. Like, for real. They are not related to me, but I'm Samoan too, so it just gives me pride to see that.
A small island.
It's so awesome.
Well, I agree with everything. So yes.
Especially the sexy part.
Well, that's what I was going to point out. Yes, the Usos are very sexy individuals. Yes.
Call me Jay Uso.
Yes, he listens to this show every time.
Yeah, he listens to our podcast,
The
especially now that you're
Websters of
here.
Wrestling.
Yeah, they're following you on Twitter, right, M Secret?
Oh yes, they are.
Well, then tell him to if he's already not, which I'm sure he is, but if he's not, tell him to listen.
I will do that.
Yeah, ask the Usos to listen to us over on Twitter.
They probably already are, but
yeah, yeah. So is everyone else.
Sure.
I think the Shield is going to be crowned champion. I think it's going to be very interesting to see all 3 Shield members as champion by the end of the night. That's going to make a really strong statement when it comes to titles and when it comes to power in the WWE. They will give power back to those titles because right now they mean more than those titles do.
Oh, I agree. The penny titles don't have much meaning. So yeah, they will bring meaning to the penny titles.
Did you call the tag titles penny titles?
Yes, the tag titles. I'm referencing. Yes, sorry. I probably should have clarified that. The penny titles are the tag titles for all of you who don't know.
They look like pennies. If you don't know, just look at them.
I want to take a bite out. I feel like they're like chocolate pennies.
Okay. Well,
maybe Ryback could win both of them and eat them.
The Shield are going to be crowned chocolate penny champion by the end of the night. That's
a prestigious title there.
Let's segue the Shield into the next bout.
Next bout is Alberto Del Rio.
No, I said segue the Shield into the next bout.
You mean Dean Ambrose?
Yeah, dude. Segue the Shield into the next bout. Alberto Del Rio.
Well, he could join the Shield. It's very possible.
It's not possible. Okay,
If Zeb Culture wants him kicked out of America, maybe he joins the Shield.
Maybe he joins the Shield for winning the U.S. title, and he's interested in that. We have Dean Ambrose versus Kofi Kingston for the U.S. title. For
the United States Championship. Is that a title? I guess it is still a title. Yeah, sure. Yeah, this should be a great match, actually.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, Kofi Kingston, he's so good in that ring. It's just he has no emotion to him, no depth. But he's so good in the ring.
Randy Orton called him stupid, and said that he botched. So
he botched his punt kick. He didn't feel like getting kicked.
Sure, yeah, I guess if you don't feel like getting kicked in the head, you're stupid. So
yeah, Catch-22. I mean, he doesn't let him kick him in the head. He gets called stupid. He gets kicked in the head. He's a little loopy for a bit. He's kind of stupid. There's no winning here for Kofi Kingston. That's what I'm trying to say. Kofi Kingston, the U.S. champ. I think he beat up Wade Barrett. What was his name? Antonio Cesaro.
I think everybody beat Wade Barrett. So
everybody beats Wade Barrett. That's what our point of the show. We wanted to let you know that. Yeah, he beat Wade Barrett for the U.S. title. Wade Barrett beat Miz just seconds ago, and then Miz beat Barrett just seconds ago. I think the U.S. title changed hands twice in the past month.
You know what? I think we are confusing the Intercontinental and U.S. title.
Are we?
Yes, because they're both irrelevant. So I can't.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, they're both so irrelevant. My bad. My apologies. I meant
the Intercontinental title. The Intercontinental title is in the hands of Wade Barrett. He lost to the Miz at WrestleMania, then won the title back the night after Raw. The U.S. Championship is with Kofi, and he defeated Antonio Cesaro to win the U.S. title.
Thank you for clarifying that. I am now very confused why the Miz and Cody Rhodes are on the pre-show and the Intercontinental Champion isn't.
Sure, yeah. Because Wade Barrett is off, getting pinned by somebody in the UK. Somebody's, maybe getting knocked out in a bar or something. I don't know. He's losing to somebody somewhere.
He's losing to somebody somewhere. We know that because everybody beats Wade Barrett. Kofi Kingston versus Dean Ambrose. I love Dean Ambrose in the ring. I think he's gonna shine the most out of each Shield member. Not saying that they all won't shine the most as singles competitors. I think they all will, but I think Dean Ambrose is gonna be the man one day.
Oh, I agree. Dean Ambrose is I've been a fan of him years now. Back in his John Moxley Dragon Gate USA days, and I've always thought the guy is amazing. So yes, he will be. If WWE does him right, he is the future of the company. He's that good.
Yes,
So,
he's that good. I swear. I look at this card and I think, boring rematch, no point. The Shield and Dean Ambrose. I love
yes.
these guys. These new guys, they know what to do when they're out there.
How much do you want to bet we get a great Dean Ambrose sell with his face just like, oh, this hurts?
Oh my God, I love that. I want to bet. I would bet anything that we would get that because he sells so well with his facial expressions.
He
I love
does,
it.
and I really hope we get at least one of those in this match.
Yeah, I hope he gets like kicked in the face. Not so hard that he turns babyface, don't get me wrong, Miz.
Sure.
But like get kicked in the face and kind of give us that Dean Ambrose sell that only he can do, and maybe grab the rope, for a 2 count.
I mean, look at this. He's already got his own cell. I mean, when we think of that version of his selling and that face, we think Dean Ambrose. He's already got his own thing. Like,
Yeah, he's got his own thing that makes him unique. Something unique about McMahon is he likes to act like a fish when he's knocked out. Dolph Ziggler, he can sell anything, make anything from anyone look amazing. And Dean Ambrose has facial expressions to die for in that ring. Triple H said in 2001 with the Tough Enough contestants that when you are in that ring, you tell a story with your body, and Dean Ambrose definitely knows how to do that.
100% agree.
I just think he needs to fix his face on the Extreme Rules thing, poster, whatever. It's really ugly. It's just really ugly right now. It's kind of scaring me because I feel like he's gonna jump at me and just grr.
That's the point. That's Dean Ambrose.
Is Dean Ambrose on the Extreme Rules poster?
He has his own poster with Kofi.
He has his own poster because I thought Sheamus was on the.
Well, not the poster.
Not
like
the poster
poster
per se.
Yes.
Yeah, the match poster.
Yes. Well, that's one opinion.
I feel like you watch WWE and you go, well, this guy's ugly. Oh, these guys are sexy. Oh, this guy's ugly. He needs to change his face. And like, they're wrestling great matches. He's ugly, though. I know.
Well, perhaps Dean Ambrose needs to get some advice from the Usos. Maybe that's what she's saying.
They did, didn't they? I mean, they beat the Usos the other night, didn't they?
That's true. That was the Usos and Kofi Kingston because the U.S. Championship doesn't matter, so that's why.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we both picked Dean Ambrose unanimously.
Yes, I mean, maybe he'll make the. You know what? I just confused the titles again.
Yeah.
He does it. Kofi does have the U.S. title, yes?
Yes.
Yeah, it's because he wins the U.S. title and Intercontinental title all the time. It's just kind of confusing.
It's that confusing. Okay, so yeah, Dean Ambrose maybe will bring prestige back to a title that used to be very prestigious, in fact. So especially in WCW. So I think that he could bring prestige back to it. WWE will book him well because they care about him, and he's great. Obviously, we talked about that. And the match should be really good. The only thing I'll say is that it is a possibility that Kofi retains to later lose it to Fandango. Your thoughts?
That's a possibility, but once again, confusing both titles, Fandango can easily win the IC title.
Very true. I mean, it'd be a not unheard of heel versus heel match.
No, I'm not saying that. I mean, I'm saying Barrett could easily lose it also. I mean, he lost it one night and Miz lost it the next night. And, I mean, we don't know. Barrett's not even here right now. He's losing to somebody somewhere, and everybody beats Wade Barrett, so.
Very true. Just saying, it's a possibility.
Yeah, it's a possibility, definitely. We won't count that out. I'm going with Dean Ambrose with that really cool side headlock DDT.
Agree. I really do like that. Yes, and am going with Dean Ambrose too, and hopefully the match gets some time. I mean, I'm guessing it gets at least 8 minutes. I hope longer, but
I'm going with
the
Dean too, because he looks scary.
he is a scary and violent individual.
He very much is. Let's move on to the next match. We have an I Quit match. Dolph Ziggler will not be at the pay-per-view. Very, very unfortunate. I'm quite upset about that.
I am too. No Dolph Ziggler, no AJ,
No ladder,
Big
no
E,
Big E.
and in
No,
his attire that he wears that everyone loves.
I hate his attire and I hate his legs.
I mean, it's what it is.
It's Kofi Kingston's lost
it's
singlet,
it's maybe there's some that might find that attractive.
Let's get this match over with. We got Alberto Del Rio versus
But we
Jack
need to
Swagger.
talk about Big E, don't we? I mean,
we can save that for the extras. Okay?
We'll save if you want to talk about Big E and his his attire and or lack thereof. We'll go to the extras.
Or his chest, just
his chest, his big chest that isn't quite covered with the attire.
Doesn't fit.
His legs and some other areas of his body.
Check out the extras after this lovely podcast. Okay,
Sure.
Now the main event for SmackDown, if you can call it that.
Sure.
Alberto Del Rio.
It's a SmackDown match because there's not a brand, anymore. There's not a brand split anymore.
Yeah, so what? Alberto Del Rio versus Jack Swagger. You're right. I Quit match.
An I Quit match because we can make one if we want to.
I mean, calling it an I Quit match. I mean, like, let me pitch this to you. Alberto Del Rio versus Jack Swagger in a submission match. Cool, right? But Alberto Del Rio versus Jack Swagger in an I Quit match. What sounds better? I mean, come on.
Submission match.
Yeah, I know, right? Thank you. Gosh, they need to hear us, man. The I Quit match is pointless when you got two individuals like them, I feel, because none of them really give off the image that they don't quit sort of thing. Like, I never quit kind of thing. I mean, like John Cena versus Batista, you don't know who's going to win that I Quit match. Orton, Cena, don't know. JBL and Cena even, I didn't know that one. I couldn't call that one. But these two individuals I can very easily call. Jack Swagger screaming, squealing like he sounds when he says, "We the people," and quit. We the people quit,
Yes. No, I agree. And I just don't see the reason. I don't see the reason besides it being, oh, this is Extreme Rules, so we need a match that sounds extreme. That's all I see. I mean, I don't see why else you'd have them in a match like that. I know they have had a feud and whatnot, but it doesn't feel like they've led up to a point where I will never lose and I will never say I quit to you. Like, it doesn't seem like it's been that big of a deal to lead into such a huge kind of stipulation.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly think they should have stuck with a ladder match.
I agree. I mean, they already made it, so that would have just made sense to just, oh, well, we have a ladder match. You guys are still getting a ladder match. The WWE Universe still sees a ladder match, just without Dolph Ziggler.
Jack Swagger, just by looking at the match poster, he looks like he's going to just say I quit. He looks like he's quit before the match has even started. It's ridiculous. I'm not looking forward to this match unless maybe I'll watch it just to hear him scream, but I think it's pointless.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. That's definitely a valid opinion.
Two valid opinions.
The number one contenders, the winner gets the number one contender. It becomes the number one contender to the world title. I mean, that makes it. I guess I think that makes that a point. I mean, that's what I'd say makes it not pointless. But I can see where you're coming from.
Thank you.
I mean, maybe we'll see Dolph Ziggler drive out in that little Jeep of his, and maybe he'll have another DUI on his way out to the ring. How about that?
Yeah.
That would be funny.
I think he will. I think he might even quit before he even gets there by getting himself in trouble. I mean, like, think about that. You got a triple threat ladder match. Ziggler gets injured, booted out of the match. Jack Swagger gets another DUI, out of the match. Your winner by default, Alberto Del Rio.
Okay. That's fine by me. No I quit match, which I can go without. So I
And
mean,
no
that's
Del
fine.
Rio, I can go without.
I would rather. I think I would be all right with just watching Ricardo say Del Rio's name for 5 minutes.
Yeah, me too. That's more entertaining. Speaking of entertaining, do we have a winner for this match?
Yes, Del Rio. Alberto Del Rio wins with the cross arm breaker, duct tape, and everything else.
Duct tape.
Duct tape, yes, because duct tape wins everything. It's FTW duct tape.
You're right. Okay. I can't tell you how right you are, man. Well, speaking of duct tape, let's segue that into the last man standing match.
Did you have a prediction for the
I don't even want to know. It's Alberto Del Rio. Yes.
Yes, Alberto Del Rio, duct tape, and a cross arm breaker, and
I quit.
all the trappings for a very memorable question mark match.
Got it.
Yes.
Perfect. Speaking of perfect, Ryback. Ryback versus John Cena. Okay. We got Ryback versus Cena for the WWE Championship in a duct tape match. Our last man standing match.
Is it? You know what? A duct tape match would be very, very interesting.
It would. You're kind of trying to see who can take down their opponent the best and who can break out of the duct tape.
Maybe, just maybe, Cena uses duct tape in Last Man Standing to win. He duct tapes Ryback to the mat.
He does that to everyone in a last man standing match, I swear.
So we're going to see that here as well. We have it in I Quit, and we also have it in Last Man Standing.
Yes, more duct tape.
Okay.
I don't have much to say about this match, to be honest. This match hasn't been built very well.
We have to talk about the build.
I don't know the build.
Well, I guess I should mention that Ryback told Cena that he was supposed to be his friend, and he threw him into the barricade. Oh wait, no, that's Batista.
Batista. Batista said that.
Ah, yes, wrong feud.
Wrong feud. Yeah.
Well, he said something about Ryback ruling things.
Right? Yeah.
Ryback rule.
No, I think he came out, took out Mark Henry, and he looked at Cena and he said, "You're next."
You know what? He may have.
Did he say that? Or was that somebody else?
I think he did, and I think that it's good to see Goldberg back.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Goldberg's first match back into the ring against John Cena for the title.
It is Goldberg versus Cena for the first time.
For the very first time in history. Yes. Cena threw Goldberg over the Royal Rumble to win it.
That's a good build. I mean, that's a long build. They waited a long time for this.
Kind of. So, I mean, all seriousness, John Cena versus Ryback. Ryback was getting this insane push that nobody deserves because he's big. He can't last very long in the ring. The storyline-wise, Ryback was attacked by the Shield over the past few months and has been just rivaling with the Shield. And he claims that John Cena, not once, has ever come out to help rescue, save Ryback while he was being beaten down by 3 individuals.
You were supposed to be my friend.
That's what Batista said.
Right.
Batista said that. But Goldberg, Ryback, he looks like Goldberg. He looks like Goldberg.
He's. You know how we know that he's a heel now is that he wears a skull cap. That's how we know.
Yeah, I mean, whenever somebody goes heel, they either cut their hair, hide their hair, grow a beard, shave their beard.
And wear a skull cap that looks a lot like the skull cap Goldberg wore.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
It does.
I mean, he's like, I'm tired of people confusing me with Goldberg. Let me put on a Goldberg cap to hide my bald head.
Should we talk about how he reads the teleprompter off of Matt Striker's face?
No, we shouldn't. We should not mention that. Yeah, go
Because
for it.
because it happens.
Yeah, it
every
does
week.
every single week. It sounds like it. It sounds like he's reading from a book or something. Like he has a paper in front of him. But Ryback versus John Cena, the rivalry. I want to point a flaw out. When Ryback was coming out week after week after week, beating two men at the same time. First of all, he beat one man, and he said, "Feed me more, feed me more, feed me too." WWE gave him two men to fight. And Ryback beat two individuals at the same time, week after week after week. And then he claimed, "Feed me three." And he said that repeatedly for a month or so, maybe more. And the moment he gets beaten down by three individuals, the Shield, he starts saying, "Why didn't anyone help me? Cena, you never helped me. You asked for three. Did you bite off more than you can chew, Goldberg? Ryback?"
Sure. And the obvious way to cover up that flaw would be to have John Cena come out and say, "Hey Ryback, you asked for three and you got that. So why would I need to save you if you were out here asking?" It would make him look like a heel, and it would also cover up the flaw in the story. That's one way of doing that.
It definitely, yeah. But WWE doesn't always capitalize on emotional development.
Yes.
Yes, feed me more.
I just want John Cena to win because
Wow.
John he is also sexy, but not only that, he's a good person. Like, dude, really, he asked for it. Bottom line, that's it. Why does John Cena need to come and help him just because he's so hungry that he feels like he needs to eat all these people per se, and then all of a sudden when a buffet is just right there, he
gets a tummy ache.
He gets a tummy ache and he gets a belly ache and he just cries to John Cena like that's his dad or something. No, he should have just either fought them off or took the whooping like a man.
Yeah, Cena got beat up by the Nexus, and Ryback was one of them that beat him up, and nobody came out for Cena. So, and Cena didn't complain about it. He didn't say, Goldberg, why didn't you help me? I mean,
very true.
So, I mean, Ryback learn. You attacked Cena with 7 other individuals, and no one came out to help him. So, I mean, why do you expect someone to come help you against 3 individuals? Come on, man.
It's true. And, I guess logically we could say, well, that's the point. He is a bad guy, a heel now. So we have to, he's making these claims that aren't true. I guess you could say that.
I just think it is very inconsistent, this story, Ryback's performances, Cena's shirt, everything.
Cena's shirt. You have a problem with John Cena's "The Champ is Here" revamp?
Yeah, if you take away the title that's printed on the shirt, it says "The Champ is Here" and it's pointing to his crotch.
Well, some people may agree that's where the champ is.
The people's strudel would disagree. But some people would say that's where the champ is. The people's strudel is where it's at. I think that in this match, it's very hard to tell who's going to win. It's a last man standing match, sure, but not all last man standing matches, especially involving PG Cena, it is hard to tell. Duct tape could be involved. Might duct tape his bald head to the floor. We don't know what's gonna happen, but I don't know.
Or maybe he'll use the duct tape to wax that thing on his face.
His beard or his Goldberg look?
Everything.
Everything.
Yeah, just wax it for me, John Cena. Wax
as long as Ryback is wearing that skull cap to the ring, I'll be happy because I can't tell if he's a heel or babyface without that. That's the only way I
I
know.
can't either. He needs to keep that on. He needs to wrestle with it.
Sure, because then I might try to cheer for him if he doesn't, because I'll think he's, the feed me more cannibal that he was before. So
Cannibal, eyes bigger than his tummy, and
I would like him to have a guest spot on NBC's Hannibal.
that would be a very big inside joke. That's cool. An Easter egg sort of thing. Hey, look, Ryback's here. Feed me more. Oh, I will.
Yes, that would really entertain me.
Feed me less. My tummy hurts. Hulk mad. I think that Ryback versus Cena. Cena's gonna win. It just makes sense. Ryback, I don't know how he got number 1 contendership, but he's there. He does deserve the win. He needs the win, definitely, but not right now. I don't think he's ready to be champion. I believe that if he wins the title, it will hurt him more than it will if he loses to Super Cena, because everybody loses to Super Cena.
Right. It will be like when Del Rio won the title, and then did he beat Cena for it? I can't remember. I think he did. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. When he beat Cena for the title, and his title reign meant nothing, and that'd be like Ryback this time. No one would care, and Ryback, the poor guy, is in over his head because he doesn't have a mouthpiece. WWE won't give him a mouthpiece or manager. I don't know why, but since he doesn't, he has to read off Matt Striker's teleprompter head.
Yeah, I mean, I think that I think Ryback to fully go heel so that we can actually tell him apart from everyone. To align him, yeah. No, not the skull cap. Get rid of that and have Paul Heyman next to him.
Well, yes, that's ideal because Paul Heyman will, in my eyes, and just about everybody's eyes, instantly make Ryback feel like he means something because Paul Heyman's that great at everything.
Yeah, and he'll convince us, the people, that he means something. I remember Brock Lesnar when he came back, he talked on the mic once and said he doesn't like it. He doesn't want to talk on the mic. So hire Paul Heyman. And Vince McMahon had to bite his tongue and hire Paul Heyman just because Brock Lesnar asked for him so that he can talk for him. And he did. And he also saw CM Punk as well and talked for CM Punk, which he doesn't need to do. But Ryback can use his help.
Sure, yeah. And it's very true. When Lesnar opened his mouth, the instant he opened his mouth, the monster mystique was gone. It was just gone. The guy is amazing in the ring, but
yeah, just listen to him talk. We don't need to explain that. Just listen to him.
And that's why Heyman does the talking. That's why Lesnar wants Heyman to talk because he realizes what his strengths and weaknesses are, and maybe Ryback realizes that too. But WWE obviously wants him to talk whether he wants to or not. So I don't know why.
Kind of hurting themselves.
They do. Yes.
Yeah. We have 79% of the people voting for John Cena to win this match. 21% voting for Ryback. Popularity contest. Sure. 79% of children. 21% of meat lovers.
Meat lovers. Hannibal Lecter. Fans of NBC's Hannibal Lecter. Hannibal. And of the 1991 film Silence of the Lambs.
You are a director. Do you have a solid prediction for this match?
Yes. I'd say it's pretty solid. John Cena with super glue.
I think, yeah, that would actually be very, very extreme.
Extreme, yeah, super glue.
Yeah, I think he'll duct tape him. He's going to duct tape him down. And Ryback at the count of 9 is going to break that duct tape and get up and be very, very angry. And Cena's going to grab super glue and super glue him to the mat. It won't really be super glue, but Ryback has to sell that he is stuck to the mat.
Maybe he could glue that skull cap on his head so we can know he's a heel.
Yeah. We need to know he's a heel. That skull cap would help. And maybe give him his shirt because I don't like that shirt. let's move on to the main event of
Are we
Extreme
both?
Rules.
Are we both? Sorry
Yes.
to cut you off, but are we both predicting John Cena keeps the championship?
Yes, we are. John Cena is keeping the title.
And with super glue.
With super glue or duct tape, we'll see when it comes to maybe a glue stick or something. We have the main event: Triple H versus Brock Lesnar in a steel cage match. A very serious match. Third time we see these guys fight each other. 2 times Triple H broke his arm against Lesnar, and Lesnar sadly was he had to put over Triple H at WrestleMania, which is bad.
I did not predict that. If you go back and listen, I said that Lesnar would defeat Triple H, and I gave Triple H way too much credit. I should have never, ever said Triple H would put anyone over, and I'm sorry for my assumptions of thinking Triple H was a better person and a better, thought better of business and wrestling. So I'm sorry. That's the last time I ever think that well of Triple H.
You should be ashamed of yourself, buddy.
Yes. And all jokes aside, Triple H, when he steps out of the ring, I think is actually a very good wrestling mind. He has a nice wrestling mind. I think he's going to run the company very smoothly and very, very good when he's not actually involved in the ring. So.
I
Totally agree.
Yeah, totally agree.
He needs to stick to managing the younger wrestlers and just who has time for 2 broken arms? He's seriously stepping in the ring with Brock Lesnar again. Like, he's going to come out with 2 broken arms at the same time. Seriously.
Ain't nobody got time for...
Ain't nobody got time for that. That's what I'm saying.
Good point.
Exactly. Yes.
Exactly. We have Brock Lesnar versus Triple H. The cage does give it a bit of mystique, a bit of meaning. They don't have very much to work with, and I'm hoping that they can put on a good brawl and not something that we've seen at WrestleMania and SummerSlam.
Sure, and I like this. Paul Heyman's been hyping up the fact that Brock Lesnar is a cage fighter.
Yeah,
so
that's a good way to approach this match. Lesnar needs the victory more than anything. He needs it.
Oh yeah, definitely, and I mean, I surely think WWE knows that, and I mean, you can say what you want about three times seeing these guys. Some people may like it, some people don't. I'm one of those people who did not want to see it 3 times. But the build, because Heyman's involved mostly, has been really fun because Heyman's great, and I liked Brock going into the WWE headquarters and smashing Triple H's office up while Paul Heyman did director's commentary. I thought that was fun.
That was a really fun thing, an idea. It's something that you don't see a lot these days, so that was pretty cool. I like that.
It was. So at least we've gotten some really fun Paul Heyman moments out of this. It's really good stuff from him.
Yeah, and I think he's having fun himself. Do we have any predictions for this, sir?
At first, I want to say I did think they were going to use the blue steel bars possibly because they said old school steel cage, but on Monday we found out that they're not. So, I think this match should be good. I mean, I don't have a problem with their first 2 matches. I don't think they're amazing matches. I think the first one is good. I think the second one is really good. And I think this one will probably be good. Maybe even really good. But yeah, it should be real. It should be a good match. It's not one I'm super excited about just because I didn't have an interest in seeing these guys wrestle again. But Heyman's made me more interested than I thought it'd be, like he does every time with these 2. So yeah, I think it's going to be good. Maybe violent. I hope Brock gets pretty brutal in the ring with him, like we want to see Brock be. And Brock Lesnar win, definitely. I don't know how, though. I guess escape? Because I just can't see Triple H putting him over to an extreme amount again, like tapping out or
breaking arm.
Yeah, so maybe escape, maybe a pin, possibly. I don't see the tap out happening again, but definitely Lesnar gets the win in what should be a good match if it's a Brock Lesnar match and not a Triple H match. No offense against Triple H, as a wrestler, he's put on some great matches.
Yeah,
but
ring general.
Yeah, no doubt about it. It's not anything against him. It's just that when I see a Brock Lesnar match, I want to see a Brock Lesnar match.
Yes.
So.
When Lesnar's in a match, we want to see a Brock Lesnar style match, especially inside of a steel cage.
Sure. As Paul Heyman says, he's a cage fighter, and he looks at Triple H as a slab of meat, and he's the carnivore looking to eat the meat. Not to confuse him with Ryback.
Or Goldberg, yes. Or Batista.
Yeah. But, yeah. Brock Lesnar, Triple H cage match, part 3 of their feud since last year's SummerSlam, should be good. I mean, we can all say, like I said, what we want to say about the build, which the build's actually been fun with Heyman, but we can all say what we want to say about them wrestling 3 times. And that being a waste of one of Lesnar's dates. But the actual match should be good. I don't see why it won't be good.
Yeah, I hope it's the main event. I hope it's the last time they fight. I'm just saying, if Triple H and Lesnar were supposed to fight 3 times within Lesnar's stay, I'm glad it's over with now.
Sure, until Triple H gets revenge in Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, and then Lesnar gets revenge after, and then Triple H gets revenge, and then Lesnar gets revenge. And
sure. And WWE continues to try to get Heyman to make it entertaining.
Yeah, which he can do, and he will do. I mean, I think for Lesnar's whole stay here, he's going to face Triple H every pay-per-view.
Makes sense.
No, it doesn't. Stop. It makes sense for Triple H, but anyway, I think Lesnar's going to come up with a win. He needs the win. Triple H doesn't need the win. He didn't need the win at WrestleMania. He didn't need any of that. He could have easily lost 3 times. That's fine. Go away. Lesnar, I want to see him move on to bigger and better things. He's so much better than this.
Oh, yes. This feud has run its course, and if Heyman wasn't involved, oh man, I could not even imagine watching this feud play out without Heyman. So, I mean, I'm thankful that he's been involved in it. And like I said, I mean, it's not like the matches are bad. It's just that there's so many other things me and you, would rather see Lesnar be doing at this point. 1 match was enough. 2 matches was definitely enough. And then 3 matches is, yeah.
Yeah.
Just poking at the sore on my side, honestly. They need to stop.
Yes, that's good description, yeah.
That's a very good description. We don't know who's going to win, but Lesnar's going to win. Do we all agree with that?
I agree.
Oh, yeah. Lesnar wins with a couple F5s.
Yeah, we can go with that.
I'll go with that. And maybe, that's, yeah. I can't see, like I said, can't see Triple H tapping out again. So F5s, a couple F5s. I don't see him escaping either. I think it's going to be a little bit more definite. I did say that, but I take that back. I think he'll win with a couple F5s. So.
Yeah, we'll go with that. That's a very good prediction. We'll run the course.
Then that will most likely be the main event of the show.
Most likely.
Sure.
Yeah, I hope so too. I mean, I'm not really interested in the other matches. Speaking of the other matches, we got The Miz versus Cody Rhodes pre-show. The Miz is going to pick up the victory, in my opinion. Junk?
Yes, I agree. There's no reason, as I said before, no reason why Miz won't win, and no reason why Cody Rhodes will win. So.
Perfect. Chris Jericho versus Fandango. Fandango is gonna win, in my opinion.
Yes, Fandango.
Randy Orton versus the Big Show Extreme Rules match. Randy Orton picking up the victory, hopefully cleanly.
Yes, Randy Orton will win, kendo stick in hand.
Yeah, we can't forget the kendo stick.
Yeah, for sure.
For
It's-
sure.
no Extreme Rules match is complete unless it has Randy Orton and a kendo stick.
Agree 100%. Speaking of Ginger, Sheamus versus Mark Henry in a Texas bull rope strap match. I want Mark Henry to pick up the victory, but I believe Sheamus is going to win.
I will disagree on this one. As I said before, Mark Henry wins this one and goes on to face the WWE champion.
Big E Langston.
The WWE champion, which we'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah.
But yes, he'll face the WWE champion after this at the next pay-per-view.
The Shield being crowned World Tag Team Champions against Team Hell No.
Yes.
Yes. No. Yes. We have the Intercontinental United States Champion Kofi Kingston versus Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose picking up the victory, having Shield hold all of the meaningless championships, giving them meaning once again.
Yes, Dean Ambrose will win the light heavyweight title.
Yeah, the cruiserweight title. We have Alberto Del Rio versus Jack Swagger. Looks like he's given up. He's given up on the match already. It's an I Quit match, submission match. Whatever.
Swagger comes to the ring in the Jeep, DUI, and Del Rio gets the win.
Picks up the victory by default and faces Dolph Ziggler at the next pay-per-view. We have the WWE Champion John Cena versus Goldberg Batista. You were supposed to be my friend Ryback. Skullcap Ryback in a duct tape last man standing match. John Cena, super glue for the win.
Yes.
Yeah. Triple H versus Brock Lesnar, steel cage match, the main event, hopefully, for the pay-per-view, the last match on the card. Brock Lesnar for the victory, and finally putting this rivalry to an end.
Yes, until Hell in a Cell, yes.
Until Hell in a Cell, until the next revenge, and to the next
Triple H will need revenge because if Lesnar beats him in steel cage, that's not Triple H's match. Triple H's match is Hell in a Cell.
Oh, Triple H, are you there? Is Triple H on the line?
I really did not say flattering things about him, so I don't think he'll be joining.
Okay, but it sounded like it. Well, was that you?
That was somebody.
That was Puppet H. Ladies and gentlemen, Puppet H is on the show.
Puppet H. That's nice. Maybe.
My God.
Sounds like Preparation H to me.
Preparation H on the show. We have Extreme Rules. Overall, it's going to be an interesting pay-per-view. I'll say that. I'm not going to say it's going to be a great one, but it will be interesting. We have the Shield to look forward to.
Yes.
A Lesnar match to look forward to.
Sure, it's the third. It's still a Lesnar match. We're not going to get that many more of those. We're going to get some, but it's rare.
Yeah.
So even if it is against Triple H, it's rare. It's cool.
It's like
Lesnar.
losing to a rare Pokemon. You just know, hey, it's rare. You're not going to be able to do that all the time.
Yes.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, we have Fandango to look forward to, and Cody Rhodes stash. So, an epic pay-per-view, definitely an extreme one. I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it 3.5 stars. I know that seems quite low, but 3.5 stars.
3.5 out of 10.
Out of 5, man.
Oh, okay.
What the hell's wrong with you? 3.5 stars, bro.
Gotcha. 3.5 out of 5.
Yes, I'm
that's
5
a little
star.
bit. That's a little bit more fair. I thought out of 10 would be a little extreme.
10 stars. I think 10 stars will make more sense. No, dude. I mean, out of 5 stars, how would you rate this pay-per-view?
On an extreme level,
all right,
or just on Websters of Wrestling level.
Yeah, you're right.
Yes, the Websters of Wrestling. Gotcha. I would give this 3.5. That's exactly what I give it. I agree on that.
Wow, that's really good.
Well, then I'm going to give it a 3.4 just because I want to be different. Okay?
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. I mean, at least somebody's being different here in the WWE.
That's true.
We need change.
3.5 because I think that's fair. I think it's going to be a decent pay-per-view. The undercard is strong.
Yes,
the undercard is very strong, and Lesnar match. Sure, it's not our favorite. It's still a Lesnar match. So I think it's 3.5. It's a strong 3.5. Not a weak one, but a strong one.
Yeah, the world's strongest 3.5
The world's
star.
strongest 3.5 could probably beat Mark Henry in a strongest man contest.
And so could my solid 3.4.
Probably.
Maybe. That's pushing it. That's a bit Sheamus level. They could beat Sheamus.
In a tug of war contest.
Yes.
Yes.
In a tug of war contest. I agree with that. Extreme Rules is live this Sunday on pay-per-view. It is live at which arena? Where are we? Extreme
Rules pay-per-view is live in your living room on pay-per-view.
Yeah, right, dude. Where is Extreme Rules?
I'm failing here.
Yes, you
sorry,
are.
everybody.
You know that more.
I really don't know where it is.
You know everything.
I know. This is we're the Websters of Wrestling, and we don't know.
You're the WWE man. What is wrong with you, man?
It's maybe I do know, and I would like people to figure it out. Use their brains and Google it.
Google
I can't tell you everything. I'm maybe the Webster of Wrestling. I can't tell you everything. You gotta use your brain sometimes.
Don't be like Kingston. Just kidding.
You have to use your brains every once in a while, folks. I can't be there for you 24/7. Every once in a while, you gotta look things up.
So yeah, we're just called the Websters of Wrestling just because.
Just because.
Just because.
Because there's other names we could have been called.
So many more.
But those involved things I won't mention. So.
But just to let you know, it is actually the venue is in Scott Raid Center in St. Louis, Missouri, and I've been there. It's
Randy Orton, St. Louis, Missouri. This is going to be
Orton's gonna be pushed. There we go. We have to mention that he's gonna win with a kendo stick and an RKO in his hometown. Extreme Rules is live this Sunday, May 19th on pay-per-view. 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 Pacific.
8 o'clock Eastern, 5 Pacific time.
5 Pacific. That's right. It's
Scott Raid Center. Living room.
Right in your living room in St. Louis, Missouri. Close up the show, Levi.
So there we go. That's it, and I hope you all enjoyed the listen. And stay tuned for the extras if you want to hear the now ridiculous topics. Yes.
Especially more of the sexy part.
There'll be a lot of that. So yes, stay tuned for the extras, folks. See you then. And until next time, I am WWE Man.
I'm the 5-star legend.
We are the Websters of Wrestling. See you guys.